Good evening. Give it up for the fifth graders of Acequia Madre who joined me up today. Thank you, guys. I want to thank all of you so much for being here at our beautiful Community Convention Center. These fifth graders spent time and effort from Acequia Madre preparing and creating the flag that stands behind me. And what's so special about this flag is when you look at it in the stars and stripes, they laid out their dreams and their aspirations for what they want in our community. Also with us tonight are the young folks from the Santa Fe School of the Arts and Sciences. You'll recognize some of their artwork and some of our recycling bins that are around. So give it up for the students of Santa Fe who gave their time. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here this evening. I want to thank the New Mexico School for the Arts and NDI for their performances. And thank you to Chloe Fox, a courageous student at Santa Fe Prep, who is part of Santa Fe's transgendered community, for leading the pledges. Chloe, this may seem like a small thing, but I want you to know I plan on introducing an ordinance to require every single stall bathroom in Santa Fe to be gender neutral. The message I'm hearing from the transgender community is clear, and we will do everything we can to guarantee safe places for all Santa Feans. I'd also like to recognize the Santa Fe veterans community. Can I ask all the veterans that are here tonight to please stand so we can properly thank you? Moving forward, Santa Fe will continue our tradition of honoring your service and sacrifice. I'm asking the City Council to join me in creating a Veterans Affairs Commission that will serve as a clearinghouse, connecting veterans to services they need. And with the Council's support, we will also make our best discount, the same we give to our seniors, available for every veteran in our city's recreational facilities. For disabled veterans, those facilities will be open free of charge. And we can go further, making Santa Fe part of a statewide system of free public transportation for veterans who need to get from Santa Fe to the VA hospital in Albuquerque. Both the Albuquerque buses and the New Mexico Rail Runner are currently free for all veterans, and it's time we made Santa Fe trails free to every Santa Fe veteran as well. It truly is a humbling experience, an honor to be mayor of Santa Fe, serving with 1,513 hard-working City of Santa Fe employees who make this city run. And with the city councilor joining us here tonight, Peter Ives, Patty Boucher, Carmichael Dominguez, Joseph Maestas, Sig Lindell, Chris Rivera, and Ron Trujillo. Some of us are old friends. We grew up together. A few of us have been electoral opponents, and if you trust what you read in the papers, we may be again soon. But I think I stand with most of Santa Fe when I say I'm glad those days are behind us and should remain there. Our legacy and our ability to hold on to the trust the voters placed in us will be based on our willingness to leave old divisions and future rivalries aside and move forward on the vision that voters overwhelmingly endorsed last March. We've already done some great things together, and I'm committed to keeping that momentum going. Looking out at this crowd tonight, it means so much to me to see so many friends. I want to recognize a few of them tonight, and I'd like to start with the Honorable Governor Milton Herrera of Tesuque Pueblo. Honorable Governor, we know that these lands are the ancestral lands of the Tesuques, and we pledge to treat them with respect and honor as we go forward into the future collectively as one community. I'd also like to recognize former mayors Larry Delgado and David Koss, who are with us. city councilors, former city councilors Karen Haldemeyer and Councilor Chris Calvert. Our incredible and great superintendent, Joel Boyd, and school president, Steve Carrillo, are with us tonight. They've asked me to keep my speech brief so that in case you haven't voted, you can get to the polls and vote before 7 o'clock. I'd also like to recognize County Commissioner Kathy Julian, who is with us tonight, as well as the County Manager Catherine Miller and former County Commissioner Paul Campos. Also with us are representatives from Senator Tom Udall's office, Senator Heinrichs, and Representative Ben Lujan. And I also like to recognize the Honorable Federal District Judge, our very own Martha Vasquez, who's with us. All of you are honored guests, but if any of you are elected or have been elected and you weren't recognized, can you stand so we can thank you for your service? Thank you. You know, 40 years ago, it was my father. It was my father Mayor George Gonzales, who spent time up here laying out his vision for our city, as so many mayors have. Dad, just so it doesn't go too unsaid, I'm so proud that I've been able to follow in your footsteps, Mayor Gonzales. Thank you for doing this. Of course, we're also joined by my mother, Celine, who is the rock of our family, my brothers Esteban and Patricio, whose hard work allowed me to go out and chase my dreams, and I know my brother Anthony is also here, smiling down on us tonight. So, and of course, my daughters, I'm sorry I'm a little emotional on this, but that's the way we are when we're family in Santa Fe. My daughters, who lucked out since it's a school night and couldn't be here to watch their dad give another boring speech, I'm so thankful for their presence. They are in every definition of the word my family, but not my only one. We are, all of us, part of a larger family, sons and daughters and brothers and sisters of Santa Fe. It could be tempting to find or to focus on things that divide us, South Side or East Side, old roots or new immigrant, Anglo or Hispanic, rich or poor. But I have a different vision, and we will not allow old divisions to keep us from reaching new horizons. At our best, we can truly be one Santa Fe, one family, one community. Our fortunes and fates are tied up with one another, and that's how it's always been here. For 400 years, this community has struggled and thrived, bringing cultures together, clashing, growing, and adapting to overcome challenge after challenge, forging the community we inherited and building the family we now share with every Santa Fean. In thousands of conversations on the campaign trail, in town hall meetings, at the city council, and meet the mayor one-on-ones, that vision of one Santa Fe where every Santa Fean can unleash their full potential and see the fruits of their labor has taken shape. The spirit of one Santa Fe was there when I sat down with executives and nurses from our community hospital in pursuit on common ground, and it helped us to avoid a strike and find compromise on safe staffing that benefits us all. It was there this summer as our People to the Plaza initiative brought locals back to the plaza for music, food, and fiestas. To a homegrown Santa Fe like me, it was truly a special time to see many locals reconnecting to a plaza that has always represented the heart of our community. The place where you went to buy new shoes for the start of school, or grab lunch at the Woolworth's counter, or like my grandfathers, catch up with old friends and be reminded of the incredible history of this town. The spirit of one Santa Fe was there at Fire Station 7 as I stood with Councilor Chris Rivera and a coalition of healthcare partners introducing the Community Protection Initiative to take care of the most vulnerable Santa Feans. It was there when George R.R. Martin dedicated New Space, where Meow Wolf will expose a whole new generation of Santa Feans to the arts. It was there when we unveiled brand new solar installations at the Chavez Center and Water Building, launched the Climate Action Task Force, and introduced the first ever electric vehicles in the city's fleet. It's been there month after month as crime in our city has fallen to record lows. And it's there, it will continue to be there, at the grand openings of dozens of small businesses that are moving us down that long road to economic recovery. That vision, that spirit, will remain at the center of everything we are doing together, bringing our economy into the 21st century and unleashing the full potential of an entrepreneurial Santa Fe, creating pathways up for kids that keep their talent, vision, and energy here, and rededicating ourselves to the vision of a sustainable Santa Fe, a renewable energy future, and a reduced carbon footprint. Now, we have our challenges. Like any community moving forward in new ways, I see them clearly, and I'm dedicated to making sure we face them heads high and eyes open. Poverty, especially, is the cloud that darkens even our brightest accomplishments. It impacts all of us, rich and poor alike, a constant reminder that we can do better. You know, a lot has changed since my dad was mayor. You see, when I grew up in Santa Fe, we never doubted that this was a place where opportunity was ours for the taking, where we could one day live and work and raise our families and see our dreams come true. Now in Santa Fe, our community, there are children tonight going to bed hungry. Every day, there are families working full-time jobs who still are barely able to get by. For too many, the dream of building a better life is out of reach. A child born to low-income parents is 10 times more likely to stay low income, and the gap is widening. Access to education, college graduation rates, wages for the average worker. Pick a measure of equality, and we are falling behind. The idea that parents' struggles and sacrifices will lead to greater opportunity for their children must be more than just a feel-good notion. It is the cornerstone of the dream of our ancestors, Native American, Hispanic, and Anglo alike, have been building for 400 years. Yet this generation is one of the first that expects to be worse off than their parents, both in education and in economic status. We cannot be a community that lets its most vulnerable citizens fall through the cracks. Looking ahead, the struggle to make one Santa Fe, where poverty is not a destiny, is the common thread through every initiative we will prioritize this year: an education, economic development, energy, and beyond. It's an incredible challenge, but I said it on the campaign trail, and after 1 year in office, I'm more convinced of it than ever. We are Santa Fe, and like no other city in the world, we have the history, the culture, the human capital, and the energy to come together to accomplish anything. And being a part of that fight is the reason I ran for mayor in the first place. Santa Fe legislators, Congressman Ben Ray Lujan, our outstanding senators Martin Heinrich and Tom Udall, have earned our thanks and appreciation. They are fighting for us at the Roundhouse and in Washington because they know what's at stake. They know we can't afford to wait. Not when New Mexico is ranked 49th in child well-being or 38th in business climate. Not when it is often easier for our kids to find jobs out of state. We can't afford to sit on the sidelines. We have the power to set our own course, take our fate into our own hands, and improve lives, and we will not wait. Now it's time for us to lead again, as one Santa Fe, to break the destructive cycle of poverty and unleash the powerful potential of a generation of Santa Feans just waiting for their shot. One Santa Fe is more than a slogan, more even than a vision for the city. It's a guiding principle that must come first in every decision we make and every policy we introduce this year and beyond. It starts without question with the way we support our kids in the classroom, the home, and the community. A strong education is the most important investment we can make in the future of our city. Santa Fe schools are showing strong signs of progress, but education doesn't end when the child leaves the classroom. It starts before and continues after in the community at places like the Boys and Girls Club, NDI, ArtSmart, and the Opera Youth Program, to name a few. We have all the tools at hand to build a world-class city with the world-class workforce of citizens who are as comfortable with calculus and computer science as they are with O'Keeffe and the Santa Fe Opera. Growing up in Santa Fe should be about a good education and a community that creates opportunity to realize your full potential. That's why I created the Children, Youth, and Families Community Cabinet. And under the able leadership of Councilor Carmichael Dominguez, the Cabinet will align community resources behind education that embraces every child. From birth to career, we will empower young Santa Feans like never before. The Cabinet is providing the leadership to bring funders and community providers together to leverage our resources with a focus on key outcomes. Through the Cabinet's work, we will increase access to early childhood education, increase out-of-school support for in-school academic achievement, guarantee access to arts education for every child, double the number of students in mentor relationships, and deliver on the promise of a talented, educated, and capable workforce for Santa Fe's future. Our goal is nothing short of birth to career support for every child, no matter their background. And we pegged our policies to real accountability measures so Santa Fe families will know what we mean when we say what we say, and that we're backing up our words with action and resources. By the time they get to kindergarten, every child in Santa Fe can be measurably school ready. From the time they are in the womb until we turn them over to Joel Boyd and Company, they will be part of a community focused on their successful growth, mentally, physically, socially, and emotionally. Reading at grade level by third grade is a high-stakes indicator of future success. We'll make sure that every child in every school is either reading at grade level by third grade or receiving extensive extra help to catch up without exception. To get there, we'll utilize public and private funding sources for after-school programs to help them catch up, not hold them back. Even as we increase support of the kind of STEM learning in schools, science, technology, engineering, and math, that will help us compete economically, we will not make the mistake of abandoning the arts. Low-income students in the arts are 4 times more likely to have high academic achievement and 3 times more likely to have high attendance. High school students with 4 years of the arts behind them do significantly better in their SATs. We're going to give every child in Santa Fe access to an arts education, either in school or in the community. The arts are a critical part of Santa Fe's economy and culture. It's time to make sure they are just as critical in every child's development. The New Mexico School for the Arts is a great example. Last year's senior class had an unheard graduation rate of 96%, and their seniors are going on to college, winning more than $5 million in scholarships. In just 4 years, it has become clear that the School for the Arts is well on its way to becoming an institution of Santa Fe's culture. And by the end of the year, we will find the New Mexico School for the Arts a permanent home in Santa Fe. And to every child who isn't in school, we will deliver access to programs like YouthWorks, where they can learn workforce skills that lead to good-paying jobs. We cannot afford to give up, and we will never, ever give up on kids in Santa Fe. Nor will we rest until every graduate of a Santa Fe high school has access to the single most important factor in breaking out of poverty, a post-secondary education that prepares them to enter the workforce. Whether it's an apprenticeship with a local union, a film program at the University of Art and Design, a certification in green tech at Santa Fe Community College, or a 4-year degree, our ability to compete globally demands of us a commitment to making Santa Fe a community of higher education. I think that's my cousin, but I'm not sure. And as the mentor-mentee relationships continue to prove their value in increasing education outcomes, we will continue to invest our time and our resources in making a mentor available to every child who wants one. Programs like Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and Inspire Santa Fe, which we launched last year, have already helped us increase the number of students with mentors, a number we will double by year's end. The Cabinet's commitment to be accountable to a defined, rigorous, and public set of data-driven outcomes is unwavering. Whether it's third-grade reading levels, or the number of mothers getting prenatal checkups, or the percentage of adult Santa Feans with a higher education, we will be data-driven, and the data will be accessible to everyone, so that better, more informed decisions can be made in the allocation of community resources. Now, accountability isn't just for our school kids. The quality of our work at City Hall sets the tone for the entire city. The recent Quality New Mexico Performance Excellence Piñon Award, recognizing the hard work of our city employees, is an honor. It's also a challenge to improve. One we're answering with smart tools like an employee hotline to catch fraud and a 311 system to make navigating city government easier than ever. The dedication to excellence we demand of the city will soon be put to the test. The recession was painful, and as steady recovery is becoming a reality, I want to commend Mayor David Koss and this City Council for their leadership during difficult times. By tapping cautiously into cash reserves and available bond funding, they saved countless jobs and helped hundreds of Santa Fe families navigate a terrible storm. The measures they took built a bridge across rough water, but were always meant to be temporary. Now, we must return to long-term thinking, stop borrowing from future bond proceeds, rebuild our cash reserves, and eliminate a $2.1 million general fund deficit. I believe this council is united on this critical issue, and I will be working hard with them over the next several months to get the job done. By innovating our finance practices and actively prioritizing mission-critical services, we can and should pass a balanced budget without layoffs, without across-the-board cuts, and without further depleting of our cash reserves. Now, that doesn't mean we turn inward, put up walls, or start saying no to new ideas. Instead, let's embrace more innovation, not less, and build a city hall with the same entrepreneurial spirit we advocate for in our economy. And one way we do that is by prioritizing initiatives that help us look after our most vulnerable citizens in creative, pioneering ways. Ideas like our fire department's Community Protection Initiative. As a concept, CPI has already won unanimous council approval and enables Santa Fe firefighters to provide preventative healthcare services before they require a 911 call. It's smart, it's creative, it's an entrepreneurial solution to an issue that impacts an overlooked community, and we should make it one of our top priorities. That entrepreneurial spirit is nothing new to Santa Fe. For hundreds of years, men and women have been coming here to build families, chase dreams, leave behind the legacy that we all share in today. It is that spirit that will help us build the economy of Santa Fe's future. It's a spirit that needs nurturing and investment to take root. In the long-term vision of Santa Fe's economic future, the culture of entrepreneurship is critical to diversity, resiliency, and strength. We have to start building the foundation for future successes today. That's why we've launched the Ignite Entrepreneurship Project, to kickstart a better environment for entrepreneurs. And the 2 projects we've selected for initial funding through Ignite will have a powerful impact. Startup Santa Fe is a public-private collaboration with Creative Santa Fe and Creative Santa Fe and Silicon Valley veteran Sean Patrick that will help local entrepreneurs move their project from idea to innovation to reality. They say 5 in 10 businesses fail within the first few years. Well, this project is the start of a dedicated infrastructure of support to help make sure startups in Santa Fe are the exception to that rule. Make Santa Fe will be a bridge to take people from being artists and craftspeople to entrepreneurs. The maker movement is nothing new to Santa Fe. This is a town built on artists and craftspeople. But the connection to a global economy will transform creative entrepreneurs into the next wave of American business. And we want Santa Fe to be at the heart of it. Startup Santa Fe and Make Santa Fe will bring together two things we have in abundance but don't always connect: innovation driven by ideas and capital from private investors. A strong, sustainable Santa Fe economy is not an end in itself. It is a means to guaranteeing that we are one Santa Fe, a community that gives every single person access to the middle class. The living wage was a strong start, and we are proud of that Santa Fe tradition. But that's the beginning, not the end of our journey. As we work to lay the long-term groundwork for a vibrant startup economy, there is much we can do in the short term to see immediate impact. With us tonight, someone like Damian Taggart. He opened a business. And when he opens a business, they add jobs. They grow our GDP and contribute to the unique culture of the spirit of Santa Fe. Mindshare Studios is a full-service web development company and the City of Santa Fe's 2014 Small Business of the Year. They represent almost perfectly the entrepreneur spirit and potential we want to grow in this community. Damian started the company in 2006 because he couldn't find a good, interesting job as a web developer in Santa Fe. Now he employs 6 people, including at least 1 graduate of St. John's, and has designed hundreds of websites for clients all over the country. We've got to do everything we can to help entrepreneurs succeed like Damian. That's why I've asked the administration to work with Councilor Sig Lindell's Business and Quality of Life Committee to develop a front-of-the-line program that makes streamlining the business license and permitting process a top priority. We're also improving customer service, and I will ask Councilor Lindell and her fellow councilors to help create an Office of Business Development from existing resources in the Economic Development Division. This will be a team of 3 to 5 city employees who work alongside existing and startup businesses to navigate regulations and identify opportunities from grant funding to tax incentives and more. To connect companies to a ready workforce, we're expanding the Young Professionals Project, a successful pilot we started last year, which creates a direct pipeline in recent New Mexico college graduates to local employers. So when someone like Damian comes to see us, their city will be an ally, not an obstacle to starting a business. Now remember too that entrepreneurs don't always fit the Silicon Valley stereotype. Just ask George R.R. Martin. The successful author is making a new name for himself as a startup specialist in another one of Santa Fe's brightest economic arenas, the arts and culture. His faith in the revival of the Jean Cocteau has led to the creation of one of the most vibrant art house cinemas in the Southwest. As if that weren't enough, he's now working with local arts collective Meow Wolf to bring new life to Silva Lanes, and in the process, create the opportunity and the creative space for a vibrant arts district in the heart of our city. Santa Fe's reputation for the arts is international. We are home to the greatest concentration of professional artists in the country, and we're 7th in the nation in art dealers, in the company of cities 30 times our size. Our cultural institutions are unparalleled, and by maintaining our investment in these institutions, along with new seed investments we're introducing this year, we're building that reputation and growing the 25% of tourism that depends on the arts. It's a community-wide economic opportunity. 1 in 10 Santa Fe jobs comes from the arts economy. Working artists are entrepreneurs and small business owners, supported by programs like our Arts Commission Community Gallery, a hub for the cultural community. Through professional development training, we're making sure our visionary artists are grounded in solid business skills to help them succeed. Now, every day I talk to Santa Feans with exciting new ideas for cultural programs. Sometimes all these groups need is a little help getting started. I'm amazed when I think about the institutions, the pillars of our arts culture today that got their start with a little help from a grant from the City of Santa Fe. The O'Keeffe Museum, the Folk Art Market, Site Santa Fe. Our next big cultural offering could be out there right now just searching for seed funding. So I've asked the Arts Commission to develop specific programming to support the creation of new markets, events, and collaborations to build on the Santa Fe arts brand. We will stand by our long-term cultural investments, but we've also got to take some calculated risks on new ventures if we're going to grow the arts in Santa Fe. We're also getting serious about making Santa Fe an easier place for artists to live and work. Working with the City Council and through a partnership with Creative Santa Fe, we will make an arts and creativity center a reality, an affordable space for artists to live and work. And we're taking a lesson from George, investing in Santa Fe's future as a center for the arts in all shapes and sizes, including and especially film. Movie Maker magazine named as one of the top 3 places to shoot in the country. And 2014 was a banner year for film. House of Cards, Longmire, Manhattan, A Valley of Violence, Cosmos, and yes, even The Bachelor spent time here. Cementing our reputation in the industry and opening opportunities to make 2015 even better. As we speak tonight, right outside, there's a major film in production on Griffin Street. We shoot more film per capita than anywhere in the country, thanks not just to the state's film incentives, but also to the best and most straightforward permitting process in the country that is currently run through Tourism Santa Fe. But film can be more than bringing outside productions. So I'm moving forward, starting tonight, and asking the City Council to make a full-time in-house film office at the City of Santa Fe with a dedicated film commission working on a permanent basis to continue bringing the best productions in America to Santa Fe. By doing so, we can accelerate the growth of an already vibrant local industry. Our film office has been an incredible success. Just imagine what they can do with the full weight of the city behind them. We will maximize our existing resources and partnerships to make this growing industry a hallmark of an economy that creates permanent local jobs, that is more diverse and therefore stronger than it's ever been before. Making Santa Fe a leader in renewable energy and sustainability can contribute to our economic development while at the same time securing our future. What's more, it'll help us answer the global imperative of climate change, making our city more resilient in the face of the single most important challenge we will ever face. The city has made tremendous progress in energy efficiency, and I'm proud to say that 25% of our facilities are run on solar power. We are excited about how far we've come, but aware that we must do more. It is a challenge that demands the involvement of the entire community. That's why I created the Santa Fe's first Climate Action Task Force to identify new and innovative ways to tackle the challenges of climate. The task force works with over 70 stakeholders throughout Santa Fe who work in the environmental, energy, water, land management, transportation, and finance fields. And P&M also has a seat at that table. It's a comprehensive public effort, and it's delivering results. The task force is led by Mayor Pro Tem Peter Ives and former Mayor David Koss, and has developed concrete proposals to increase energy efficiency and grow the use of renewable energy, better manage our land, our watershed, and our water consumption, make Santa Fe a place where we walk and bike or take the bus before we get in the car, recycle more and waste less, It's a comprehensive climate strategy that'll help us achieve our goal of carbon neutral by the year of 2040. The task force has wasted no time in its work. At next week's council meeting, Mayor Koss will deliver a report focused on scaling up energy efficiency programs and increasing renewable energy use this year. Their recommendations include measuring and increasing energy efficiency at city buildings, tracking annual energy use and environmental impact, scaling up the use of solar energy at the city and community sites, community-wide education on the benefits and strategies of saving energy and using renewables, and identifying creative, innovative financing for renewable and efficiency projects. These projects go a long way to our goal of being carbon neutral by 2040, but it's a community goal, and it'll take contribution from all community members to achieve it. Contributions like the one from Eliza Harrison, a senior at Santa Fe Prep. I believe she's in the house, Eliza. There she is. Back when she was a sophomore, Eliza recognized the importance of helping people save energy in their homes. So she started a project called Changing Households, Changing Communities. She set out to change people's behavior when it comes to consuming energy by literally showing them in real time exactly how much electricity they use in their homes, how much that electricity costs, and how much carbon dioxide they're adding to the atmosphere. She raised a few $1,000s through a Kickstarter campaign, enough to buy 30 real-time electricity monitors and install them in homes throughout Santa Fe. And sure enough, the electricity use in those homes has gone down, simply because Eliza showed those homeowners the real-time savings they could achieve by turning out some lights or turning down their thermostats. In one case, the participants saw a decrease of 42%. Imagine that kind of change on a citywide scale. Sometimes creating progress is as simple as raising awareness. As you probably expect, Eliza is going to college in the fall, so she'll be focused on her studies, leaving the future of her project an open question. Until she leaves, I've asked Eliza to join my Climate Action Task Force, and we're going to find a way to keep her project moving forward on an even larger scale to reduce our city's energy use and benefit more people throughout Santa Fe. So thank you, Eliza, not only for being here tonight, but for your powerful contribution to our community. These are programs that can be implemented almost immediately and have relatively immediate impacts. But what about the bigger picture? Where do we go from here? Creating long-term change is an issue that spans generations. That's why I'm asking city staff, working hand in hand with the 70+ members of the Climate Action Task Force and utilizing open, public meetings to draft a 25-year sustainability plan that will achieve our goal of being carbon neutral by 2040 by reducing carbon emissions, conserving natural resources, increasing environmental protections, implementing energy efficiency programs, increasing use of renewable energy, growing the green jobs economy, educating our children about the environment, and measuring our progress year after year to hold us accountable for future generations. Before I continue, I also want to recognize the contributions of the Global Warming Express. 100 kids throughout our community have dedicated their lives and their efforts to make sure that their community makes the right decisions when it comes to climate change. They've even written a letter to President Obama, which I'm counting on him answering. We'll see how that goes. But it is with their future in mind that I'm asking the City Council to help us leverage federal funding by formally designating Santa Fe as a federally recognized green community. Doing so can open doors to a host of sustainable energy programs to help Santa Fe make better choices in energy use. There is no doubt climate change will hit working class Santa Feans harder than anyone. But we have the expertise at the city and in the community to develop programs that will help those Santa Feans save on energy costs and improve the environment. And we're going to act. One of my top priorities is creating a true community solar program that delivers real economic and environmental benefits, particularly for low-income people already struggling to provide for their families and small businesses that are out creating jobs. To provide every Santa Fean equal access to solar power, regardless of income or home ownership, we must find a way for the city to own and operate its own community solar program. So I'm asking the City Council to join me in delivering true community solar to Santa Fe before the year is out. It is critical that we provide some relief for the environment and for the pocketbooks of the 46% of Santa Feans who are currently cost burdened by housing and utility prices. It's not just about our environment anymore. Climate change for generations to come will impact every decision we make, economically, socially, in our schools. Every dream we hope to achieve for this community will succeed or fail in our ability to mitigate the disastrous effects of climate change. As we survey the ground we have covered it the last year and look to the work that lies ahead, we must always be guided by the vision and the idea that at the end of the day, we are all in this together. One family, one community, one Santa Fe. Now, we are seeing incredible progress. Tourism is up, crime is down. The economy continues to slowly but steadily recover and grow. Our schools are breaking new ground in student achievement, and we are a national leader on worker and immigrant rights, renewable energy, water management, and conservation, and so much more. As a city, we have so much to be proud of. Our culture, our history, the very architecture of our city that reminds us every day of the roots that tie us together. But it is a hallmark of Santa Fe to never stop striving to do better. 5, 15, 50 years from tonight, knowing that we stand at a point of incredible promise and opportunity, I want our families to look back and know we chose to act, to be bold, and to have courage in our efforts to make sure that the state of our city, our Santa Fe, is strong, united, and committed to progress. I have every faith in our people, in our city councilors, our ability to move forward together. And I am sure that our brightest days are yet to come. Thank you, Santa Fe. I love being your mayor. God bless you, and let's get to work.